Maybe we'll have to get a group chat together and invite some people to have a duppy cocktail and a chicken wing or two. What are you eating today, Alex? What's on the menu? I haven't cooked anything. I had to take a nap. I think I'm recovering from Málaga. I'm not sure. I hope I am. Yeah, I usually go Camden one, but the vibe has changed. I haven't been there in ages. I've gone to the one in Camden. I've gone to the one in Notting Hill. Notting Hill one was good, but Bulgur jollof. Oh, I do like a good jollof as well, you know. I do. That's what you're having. Tomato sauce and all the onions fried up, and sounds good. What are you having with it? I want to know. I'm nosy. I don't know what I'm going to have to... I mean, I cooked yesterday. Funnily enough, that you're talking about bulgur, I did a pot of couscous because I wanted to be chicken. See? So it's very similar to my dinner yesterday. I did some chicken wings, which I just seasoned up, put some onions and peppers in it and put it in the oven and baked it. Couldn't really be bothered. And did some couscous and then some garlic broccoli to go with it. And the girls were like, yep. Considering that I came back yesterday, they're lucky I cooked. At all. Really and truly, Pumpkin should have cooked for me. She's old enough and she wasn't really in the house. She was kind of babysitting Butterbean, and Butterbean gave her a run for her money while I was gone. But I guess, yeah, especially when it's cooked up couscous, like there's the Lebanese way, when they kind of do it a bit like the couscous way, the seasoned up couscous. I mean, what am I talking about? I love food, and I love couscous is included, and chicken's definitely included too. But yeah, life is going well. You gotta add the fact. Absolutely. When I do mine, yeah, I usually just butter. I usually grate a vegetable stock cube into it. A bit of butter, maybe a little bit of Maggi seasoning. Sometimes I might, prior to that, I might do it in 2 stages. So I might like chop up an onion, get some garlic and thyme and like kind of fry that up. Could do some tomatoes in there. And then once that's kind of, meshed together, throw in the couscous, mix it up with a little bit of water, and then just let it steam out. So I could do it that way. But yeah, always add flavour. Just like everything in life, everything needs flavour. We don't do bland around here, and I know you guys don't do bland either. So, happy to do that. Oh, and best believe, I had my last Supermalt at the pack that you bought for me before I went away. So I had it, when did I go? I had it like Friday. And I smiled at it and I drank it with joy. Thank you for looking after me, darling. So yeah, what are we talking about today? Today is just a catch up. I did make them last that long. I savoured the flavour. I sure did. And I thought of you with every sip. Thank you very much. Every time I was just like, oh, she loves me, my good friend. Yeah, it was great. I was actually looking in the store. I think it's £5 for a pack of 4, which I can deal with that. But whatever they were saying before, I don't think I'll ever buy them singular again. They're just gonna have to be multi-packs. If it's not a multi-pack, I'm gonna have to let it go like Frozen. Anyhow, this week I haven't... Oh, there's a fly in the house somewhere. This week I haven't got anything planned at all. I am just talking, catching up. There's going to be a little bit of Málaga talks, a little bit of... What else should I talk about? Is there anything else you'd like me to talk about? How about Balloon Summer Splash? Let's talk about that. Now, I didn't go. I wish I could go. I'm kicking myself a little bit in my behind that I didn't go, because I would have loved to be there from the beginning. I think I would have loved to be there from the beginning. And knowing that I'd met Naomi in January, same time that I met you as well, actually. And so it was nice for her to invite me from the beginning, you know, when it was in the works, kind of. It was so good. Wish I'd gone a day earlier. I can imagine. It seems like, do you know what? It was so exciting. I thought it was really, really good to... What was really cool was just to actually, see people. Was a bit awkward at first because I went late. Yeah, because everyone's kind of meshed together and like made their bonds and stuff. Totally understandable. I did have a little bit of FOMO. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I wish I could have gone. Hey, baby girl. Definitely wish that I could have gone to that, but I just couldn't make it. You know, what's for you is for you. Unfortunately, it wasn't on the cards for me to do Balloon Summer Splash, but I would love to. Yeah, luckily a few familiar faces. Hey, do you know what? I actually heard you say that in my head. You know, like, your voice lives rent-free in my head after Malaga, innit? Mwah. Love you, baby girl. But yeah, luckily a few familiar faces. And hey, girly, how are you? Yeah. Parties livening up. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. You missed a tune. I haven't said anything. We'll go next year. Babe. Okay. I know for a fact that my social calendar is going to be full from here on out. I never realised how social, and I know I spoke about this with Alex, how social a balloonist, a balloon stylist, balloon baddie, whatever you want to call us, the calendar is full, booked and busy. And I mean, I knew behind the scenes as people putting things together, yeah, by all means, social, booked and busy. And if you're not booked and busy, you will be. Just keep working at your craft. That's the way that I see it. That's the way that I feel, because sometimes like things are popping, other days it's like I could be twiddling my thumbs, but in the times that I'm quote unquote twiddling my thumbs, there's always something to do, so it's fine. But yeah, definitely going next year. Next year I predict, and if I'm or manifesting or putting it in affirmation, next year the way that my money's going to be long when it comes to investing in me, because there's been times where I've got this saying, needs before wants, right? And I've like been teaching that to my children, like, you always take care of your needs before your wants, and then that way you're never operating from a loss. The way that my cash flow is going to be ever ready when it comes to my needs and my wants. I am putting into the atmosphere that I'm not going to have to choose between what I need and what I want, but that they will be one and the same. And I want that for everybody else as well. Like, booked and busy, needs, we're going to actually change the mantra from needs before wants to needs and wants are always accounted for. How about that? That's a new saying. I put that one out there. So, foreign, we're sharing room. Are we going to share a room again, yeah? Listen, Alex, I shared a room with Sylvie. Do you remember her at the content day and energy? She had the energy. She brought the energy. She's my girl. I love her. So, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. I learned a lot, not only about myself, but I learned about other people and meshing with other people in the sunshine. And I really appreciated, I think, I'm just jumping all over the place now, aren't I? I think what I appreciated about going away was that I appreciate the fact that I've got so much to be grateful for. And sometimes when you're caught up in the mix of your life and what's going on, hello, how you doing, gorgeous? Thanks for joining. Sometimes when you're like living your life, yeah, you get so caught up in what's going on that you forget other people don't have it as good as you, or you forget the journey. Like, I remember when I could only wish to go on content days, and now content days is a regular part of my networking and a time for me to connect with people that have a similar passion, as well as to connect and to learn little tidbits and things that I enjoy, as well as to see how have you improved your skill of working with people, because I work for myself and I don't have to, if I don't want to interact with you, I don't have to. Whereas in a content day, team is definitely the president thing that's in my mind for sure. I want to be accommodating. I know that I can have quite a strong personality, quite an overpowering personality at times. I'm not everybody's cup of tea, coffee, or glass of wine, and that's perfectly okay for me. But how does that work in a group setting? You know, so knowing when to dial back, when to rev it up, how to inject life into people. You know, you don't know who you're going to meet on these content days, so how to protect your own energy as well. And I think for me, protecting energy is just a lifelong, it's always going to be a lifelong thing, because we all naturally have light in us. The fact that we're breathing means we've got energy in us. Do you see what I'm saying? We're natural light beings. We are light beings. Here I go. I told you it was going to get serious soon. But within being that light, good energy and bad energy sees you. So you've got to be able to decipher between what's good and what's bad for you. And sometimes when you're in the midst of giving stuff, you don't realise whether you're being depleted or not. And you have to take mental stock of that. So going away, it was great to be able to come back and say, oh, these are the things that I love about my life. These are the things that I want to add and you know, kind of strengthen within my life. Hello, Shan. How you doing, gorgeous? Lots of love, peace and happiness. How are the children? I hope they're well. I hope you're well as well, actually. I haven't checked in with you for ages, but best believe you're always somewhere on my mind, somewhere. I see you, we see each other. But yeah, so being able to go away and to come back, it's a blessing to be able to take stock of what I like about my life, being able to fortify those things. Hey, girly. Being able to fortify those things and even analyze what I don't like about my life, because there are plenty of things that, do you know what I'm saying? Floating wishes. Hello, gorgeous. Thank you for joining. Yeah, there's quite a few things that I've realised it's like the scales, and I'm not into horoscopes, but you know, I think it's Libra is the one that's the scales. I'm not gonna wander off too much, but you know, I chat, man. I chat. What do you want me to do? Anyhow, so you got to catch a balance, and I actually have an Instagram called Catch a Balance. That's another conversation for another day, but literally, good and bad, you've got to catch a balance. There are no losses. There are always lessons and blessings, and we're always winning. And if you're losing, then it's the vantage point that you're standing from that needs to change. So yeah, I think it's great if you can go away, because you have no choice but to come out of the monotonous pattern that you're stuck in. And so then you have that opportunity to kind of think about what's going on, think about where you've come from, think about where you're headed. For me, I'm excited about where I'm headed. I can't wait to meet more people. I can't wait to create. I just want to create. I just want to thrive. And I'm so grateful that I'm able to meet people that are doing these things. Like, your vibe really and truly does attract your tribe. So if you're not feeling where you're at, then that's something that you're gonna have to assess and take a look at. I don't like this, and it's not a case of when you're making the assessment, it's not do you get what I mean? It's one of those ones of, in fact, it's crazy. All of these lives are interactive. If I say something on a Tuesday, it's going to be the truth on a Wednesday and a Thursday. We feed off of energy and vibe all the time. I promise you, the older I get, is the more that, depending on what setting I'm in, that depends on what vibe you're going to get from me. And that doesn't mean that I'm fake. I mean that to say that when I come into a new place, more often than not, that's when I choose to observe more. I want to watch and I want to make the assessment of, do I want to exchange this energy? Do I want to give myself? Because energy vampires are very, very real. So do I want to give to these people? Do I want to even take from these people? Right? And it's not, and with that being said, I come into a new setting and I try to listen to the intuition. I believe that intuition is you being in tune with God. You're like, it's switched on. And there's a lot of times that we have that little voice in the back of our minds or inside, deep down inside. There's a lot of voices a lot of the times, but there's usually one in particular. And this one voice in particular is usually the one that speaks first. It's the most honest of all the voices that you hear in your head. Okay? But for some reason, that's the one that we usually argue with the most. Or we go, nah. When you turn around and say, don't do that, you're like, what do you mean don't do that? I mean, like, what's the harm in it? And then further on down the line, you come back to that same little voice that you tried to ignore, and you should have tapped into that. So usually that particular voice is the one that I enter the room with, so that I can make an assessment, not in a judgmental way, but in a way that I want to protect what I have, because I'm starting to appreciate my value more and more and more. I'm not for everybody, because not everybody can afford what I have to give. And it's the same thing with our businesses. When there's a discussion that we always have about prices. What's your pricing? Now, I'm nowhere near where I need to be in terms of pricing and understanding it, but I'm getting better every day, because I'm starting to appreciate, one, that I'm training myself. I'm learning. So as I'm learning, I'm growing. So yes, it's my experience, it's the lessons learned, plus interest. It's that way in my personal life in terms of the energy exchange. It's that way it will reflect in my business prices, not to be extortionate, but to know, okay, well, these costs are covered, because the cost of living is going up whether we like it or not. So that's gonna, unfortunately, it's gonna be reflected. Where I can keep costs lower, I will keep costs lower. But life is life, and it's life in for real. Do you know what I'm saying? So back to the energy exchange, yeah. So glad that I went away. So happy that I'm meeting new people. I genuinely had to make room for new people. There are people that were 20 years plus in my life, and I had to just go, because the drain and the guilt that was being enforced upon me just because I wanted to do better, or just because I said mediocrity is not where I want to be. I've done complaining, I've done wishing I could have better. It's time to do better. And I'm forever telling my children, when you know better, you do better. What a hypocrite I've been if I'm not executing that in my day-to-day life. I don't like hypocrisy. I don't like lying. Half the time I don't even remember what I say. So there is no point in lying. Just do what you need to do. And what's for you will come to you. And sometimes what's for you, it doesn't always feel like fun. But get your needs met. Because, we've talked about this in the lives. You can't afford to be operating from a deficit. I've got so much love to give, but I have to love myself first. Self-love, Alex, we spoke about this. Self-love is the most important love of all, because how can I give to you if I don't even know how to love myself? We're stuck with ourselves. We cannot escape ourselves. We can't escape ourselves. Even in death, we cannot escape ourselves. Do you see what I'm saying? So, the things that you don't like, address them. We need to address those things. The things that we do like, we need to acknowledge them and make sure that we lift ourselves up. Do you know what I'm saying? When it's talking to ourselves, talk to yourself the way you want people to talk to you. We're so quick to tell, and best believe, as I'm saying this to you, I'm saying it to myself. There is a reason that I say these things to you. I want all of you guys to hold me accountable. Esther, you said, boom, 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 on this particular date, on this live, you said da 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 da. I do these lives for all of us, but I promise you I do them for me, because I want to be everything to everything that I've said to you guys. I want to be that. If I'm not that, I'm working on it. When I'm saying it, I'm like, oh, like, what did I say? I watch these lives back. I watch all of them back to see, one, how I come across to people, because I'm building my brand. I'm serious about this, right? I'm serious about you. I love you. I appreciate you. But as much as I say all of this stuff to you guys, there are so many times that I talk to myself horribly, like, because I'm nitpicking and I'm critiquing. I'm my worst critic. But I am learning to become my own best friend. And that's a beautiful thing. Growth is such a beautiful thing. And importantly, when I'm meeting these other people, you guys add to that melting pot of wealth and abundance and growth and good energy and good times and good memories. You are all a part of that. Do you see what I'm saying? And, you know, now it doesn't cost me anything to give every Wednesday, because it's not from a deficit. It costs me nothing. I lose nothing. If anything, the more I do it is the more that I gain, which means to a certain degree, I'm slightly greedy. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I come off of these things, I come off of a high. There's lots to think about and to mull over. And then I want to inject that into my company, into my children, into my clients even. Like, this is part of the good practice, is just being good at the very core of you. Best Balloon, like, I think, hello, thanks for joining. I think, hello. Oh my gosh, thank you. Gracias, señor. I don't speak much Spanish, but at the very least, gracias. Thank you for joining. But yeah, it costs me nothing to give. So I'm always going to encourage you guys to work on your personal journey and see how it affects your professional journey. You will thrive. You will definitely grow, and you're going to grow because everything is coming from good ground, and these roots are taking place. Do you see what I'm saying? So there's certain things that you will be doing now, and because the intentions are pure, because the intentions are good, it grows. It has to grow into something now. So some of it will start now. Some of it is for a little way down the road, and some of it is for way later. Do you see what I'm saying? But it's all good, and you deserve to have that good. It's for you to have. So all I'm ever going to do is encourage, and even on the days that I don't feel like I have that in me, I'm going to give more still, because you never know what someone else is going through on the other end of that screen. So I hope, every week I'm setting good intentions for all of us. I hope that this week your company grows, but I hope that in your personal life, if there's somewhere that you've had some sort of confusion, that you get clarity and freedom. Be set free, be encouraged, be empowered. That's what I want that's what I'm finding in my balloon community, but it's also what I'm finding in life in general. Great things are happening now. And I know that I'm a babe in this industry, but I'm a happy babe. Like, if I was actually a baby, it's like I would be the greedy baby on the breast milk right now, just full and content. We're not crying. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I've put love into this. Like, this time when I started this company, and I've mentioned it a few times, I was postpartum. I'd had my baby. I couldn't go back to the job that I was doing before. Hey, gorgeous. Couldn't go back to the job that I was doing before. And I found love in creativity. I found love and peace in being able to give to these people. And all of these lives, they're all interconnected. So remember, be kind to yourself. It's gonna flow. Sorry girls, I'm on both lines. Balloon Summer Splash and yours. I just got home. We was talking about the Balloon Summer Splash. Honey, do whatever you gotta do. I'm thankful that you joined in. Love to you always. You know it's love. Yeah. So yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, just inject love into yourself. Inject positivity into yourself. It will follow through into your business. Absolutely. You can't lose. You can't lose. There's no such thing as losing. You'll find that your business practices are going to go up. Not only are they going to go up, you're going to find the clientele that you want, that you've been praying for. They're coming. All of it is coming. It's all good. Gosh, I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, I'm here and I'm enjoying myself. Like, I've had a good time, but I am actually slightly curious to know about the Balloon Summer Splash. There was a wealth of things going on in there, and I know that I'm sure there's a lot of people in there, you know, talking about this experience that they have, and I totally believe you most probably had to be there. Like, it, from the outside looking in, it definitely looks like it was one of those things of, you had to be there to believe it, because on the like all I kept seeing on my timeline, on my story, was Balloon Summer Splash, Balloon Summer Splash, Balloon Summer Splash. That's all I could see. And it, you know, the Tufts Tex and Prima and that Calisand display, like, incredible. I know as a content creator, I would have been consuming, but I would have been creating on such a level. So totally understand you being in and out, no problem. But yeah, what else are we talking about? So, talking about that, part of the reason that I couldn't go to that is because I went to the BBO Takes Over Málaga, which was amazing, totally insane. I think the worst thing about it was the flight back. Can you imagine? When, like, and that means you had a good time, right? Hey there, thank you for joining. If you have a problem, if you go away and the worst part of it was the flight back, that is definitely a good trip. I never thought, I never went to a content day before January of this year. And I had decided that I was going to take my company, my business more seriously. So I then decided to start doing content days. And initially I'd set a goal to do 4 for the year, 1 for every quarter. I've definitely surpassed that. I'm grateful that I've surpassed that. I've met so many people. It's been amazing. So many tips and tricks. Like, you learn things. It really, really injects life and energy into your, hey baby, it really injects life and energy into the work that you do. These content days are amazing. So if you haven't done one before and you're curious, go for it. If you feel like the money's not moneying right now, go for it. If you feel like you're curious and you want to just see what it's all about, go for it. Invest in yourself. First and foremost, when you do a content day, the first person that you're really paying is yourself, because you're putting into yourself for all the knowledge and wealth that you gain. Do not shoot yourself in the foot when it comes to your opportunities. Take them. And, earlier on in this live, I was talking about that little voice inside, the intuition voice, the one that you like to skirt to the side. Bring that voice right back to the middle. And if that's the one that's telling you, have a look into that content day, be obedient and look into that content day. Save your money. Talk to people. Sometimes they can be a bit pricey. don't be afraid to go in the DMs and actually ask a person. Look, see, she's gonna join. Somebody, hey, like, this is my financial situation. Is there a possibility that you can help me? Because we're all small businesses, right? I don't know why it's doing that. We're all small businesses, right? So I don't know what's going on. Why is it not doing it? I've tried to accept. Let me see if I can. I don't know what it's doing. Babes, I've accepted the request for you to join in. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, if you can, if you hear the voice, accept. Let me try it again. Go live. Yes. Why is it doing that? Technical difficulties. The gremlins are fighting with us. Why are they fighting? I know. See, the thing's trying to talk to me like I don't know. It's saying you're not able to join. I know this. I can see this. Hello. Instagram be Instagramming. Do it correctly, please. I'm going to try it again. Stop hating on us. Oh my gosh. Accept. Go live. Babes, come out and come back in again and see if that works, because I'm trying to accept it and it's just not doing it. Don't know why. But I want to talk. I've deliberately kind of held off about what I have to say about Malaga, simply because I didn't want to talk about it all by myself. And she's in the building. She's in the building. She's in the building. Yes, she's in the building. Hi, gorgeous. How are you?
Hi. Sorry, I didn't set up my camera on my laptop.
It's all right. I've been doing this for like 2 months now, darling.
I'm watching. I'm doing both lives. I'm doing both. I'm doing both.
What's going on in that one? I'm being a little bit nosy because obviously, if
Do you
I'm
know what?
here,
I
then
didn't
I
know.
can't
I didn't know
join
she
everyone.
was. I didn't know she was on, but she's just thanking everybody for attending and all of that type of stuff, basically. Because she's not said thank you to everybody yet. Because too many messages at once, so she's just done a whole live to basically just say thank
Do you
you.
know
It
what?
was a lovely day.
That's smart. That's smart because, whoo, she was international last week. She did her thing, didn't she?
Yeah. Yes. Let me get comfortable.
Yeah, I was saying earlier on, I wish I could
What's your
have
topic?
gone.
What's your topic about? What's your topic about
Do you know
today?
what? No topics as such. I've covered a plethora of things. I've covered protecting energy, and how good it is to go away to gain perspective, and clarity about where you've been, where you're going. That's one of the things that I gained from going away over the past 2 days, being able to protect your energy, learning other people as well as learning yourself. And it's kind of been a melting pot of all the other lies incorporated, because, you know, in terms of like the good business practices we talked about before, as well as self-love and how that flows from your personal life into your professional life. So it's just a whole little gumbo of goodness over here. And of
Okay,
course,
cool.
we talked
I'm
about food.
listening.
Talked about food, of course. Yeah. So it's been
This
a
little
couple of
person
things.
here, all her
I've
food,
deliberately
unfortunately, you
stayed
guys.
away. I've deliberately stayed away from Malaga because I was waiting for you. Because, you know, you're the this is for those of you that
Next
don't
week.
know, for those of you that catch this
Next
live
week.
later on.
Next week we can do a live. We can get
This is the host, our original balloon
next.
buddy. Yeah.
Can you hear me? Am I
Yeah.
slow?
I can hear
I'm
myself,
very slow.
but I'm echoing. I can hear myself through your phone as well.
I'm on my laptop. I feel like I'm 30 seconds behind, or like,
Yeah.
all right,
Look,
let's
see,
talk. But
Alex has said you're
very,
you're.
very slow.
Alex has said you're echoing, and I can hear the echo.
So do you. You sound like you're in the toilet.
No, darling, when I go to toilet, you know. All right, let me boot you out and bring you back in and see if that works.
Do you know what? Let me use my phone. Let me use my phone to talk to you guys, and this one I'll go on to the other one. Let me come out.
Okay, cool, no problem. Okay, cool. I go on with my lady. Okay. How does this? Okay, she's jumped out. Yeah, but I'll go toilet. You know, I keep myself as professional can be. I mean, I always need to go to toilet. Is this really part of the live? Are we really talking about me going to toilet? This is why. This is why, yeah. I can't keep myself together around Shan. Get yourself some balloon baddie friends, yeah, that make you just lose all sense of conservativeship. Right. Maybe also, here we go. Is she back? Yes, she's back. Yeah. This is why I can't click her, because no sense. I act like I have no uprootsy around this, girls. I have uprootsy, like I'm together with it, and I actually kept myself together. No, why is this thing buffering? See what I'm saying? I get very impatient. I told you, I feel like I'm in school at the back of the class. Do you know, like, I don't know if you guys, when you went to school, if you had, you know, like your friend who, if they like didn't come to school that day, you was like, oh, school's gonna be dry. I don't even like you don't even want to learn no more because like your bestie's not there. She gives me those type of secondary school vibes. High school, for those of you that call it high school, I have no idea what is going on. Why is this doing this? Oh my gosh. And I don't even know how to work it half the time. And I'm waiting. All I want to do, I want to talk about what we've been doing for the past few days. We had an amazing content day, you know, and there's going to be more amazing content days as well. If you haven't been, if you're in London, or if London's not that far, yes, please. If London's not that far away for you, check out her page. She's doing lives. She does content days every month. Legit, good content days. Good. If you love your belly, yeah, you see the food, great food. The goodie bag, like she's got it together. She's doing her thing. So check it out. Get involved. I don't know why it keeps messing me up like that. I'm so fed up of these goblins trying to mess our live up. Go live. Yes. View. Accept. I've accepted it. Why is it doing this? Accept. This is hard work. Instagram, come on, please. You know what's going on. This is the platform you've created. It's interrupting the synergy of the live. Gosh. What if I make the request? Do you know what? Hold on. Let me see if I can make the request and if that will. Let me invite you and see if that makes a difference rather than you trying to request. I've sent you an invite. Hopefully that works. I'm trying. I've genuinely tried. You're going to be seeing content on a few pages because she keeps them. I'm also buffering. Oh my lord, what is going on? Maybe if I turn off my don't even know what to do. Yeah, it's glitchy. All right, I'll tell you guys what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna jump out and come back in. Yeah, make sure you come back.